Hey guys, my name's Kaylee. Welcome to your Huffington Post Thrive series. I've got my friend Anna here with me today, and we're going to be working on finding some balance. So we'll start in a standing position, Tadasana, feet touching. Make sure that your toes are spread wide and that you feel weight in all four corners of your feet. Want to maintain that balance throughout the practice, whether you're on one foot or both. Go ahead and start by bringing your hands to your hips. So we're going to begin in tree position. You'll shift the weight into your standing right foot, and you'll slowly bring your left foot to the lower calf. Now, as you place your left foot on the lower calf, open your left knee out to the side, lift your low belly in and up so that your core is engaged and your back body is long. You can use your hands on your hips to see and feel for if one hip is higher than the other. We want your hips to be level here and even with each other. So traditionally, we bring the foot to the lower calf. If you have the space to bring the foot above the knee to the inner upper thigh, you could feel free to do that as well, as long as the foot avoids the knee area altogether. Now, once you arrive in this position, bring your hands to your heart center, stand tall through your spine, and then see if you could start to reach your arms all the way up and overhead. And once the arms reach up, maybe the palms would separate, and maybe you could shift your gaze up to the ceiling as well. So if you fall out of this, don't worry about it. Just come right back into the pose. Find your breath here. Whew, get a little wobbly. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale out from the mouth. We'll bring the hands back to the heart center and then slowly release your left foot down to meet the right foot. From here, switching sides. Shift the weight into that left foot. Make sure you feel all four corners grounding evenly. Bring your right foot to the lower calf for tree. Feel the knee open, and then take your hands to your hips. Find level here with your hips. Make sure one hip isn't higher than the other. Then draw your low belly in to engage your core. Feel the back body long. Take your hands back to your heart center and slowly begin to reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Again, separate the palms. Maybe the gaze shifts up to the ceiling. So you could find this easy version of tree with the foot on the lower calf. If you brought the foot up higher on the first round, bring the foot up higher on the second round. Take it to the inner thigh. Again, if you fall out of the position, just come right back into it at any point. And if you'd like to play with your balance further, shift your gaze up to the ceiling. See if you can hold it there. You could even try to close your eyes for a moment or two. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Bring your hands back to your heart center and bring your feet back together to touch. Nice work, you guys. All right, take a minute just to shake it out. Relax your muscles for a second. And then we'll come into another position. So your feet together, your hands to your hips. Shift the weight back into your right foot and slowly lift your left knee all the way up and into the chest. Now, you can grab hold of the front shin if you'd like and draw the knee up a little bit higher. Once you do that, make sure that your belly is still engaged and that your outer hip is descending down until it's level with the standing hip. Now, see if you can release the shin, keeping the knee that high. Bring the hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders open, lift the chest up. So as the chest lifts, the knee lifts. This helps to engage the belly, keep the core active. And then from here, we'll come into a warrior three variation. Keep the hands behind your back. Slowly tip your torso forward as you extend the left leg back. Now the leg should be the same height as your hip. Go ahead and bend into your standing knee an inch or two. Firm the right hip in. And then see if you could re-extend the standing leg. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, draw the left knee all the way back up into the chest without letting your foot touch the ground. Then grab hold of that front shin with your hands, hug it in a little further, and release. Bring the foot down. Take your hands back to your hips. Whew, we'll try that on the second side. So the weight shifts now into your left foot. Draw your right knee up into the chest. See how high you can get it first. Then grab hold of the shin and lift it up a little bit higher. Make sure your standing leg stays straight. Then see if you can keep this knee as high as it is. Release the shin. Bring the hands behind you. Switch the cross of your fingers by one, so the way that feels just a little funky for you. Straighten the arms, lift your chest up, roll the shoulders back. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll shift into warrior three. So slowly hinge your torso forward as you extend your right leg straight back behind you. Now bend your standing knee an inch or two, firm the left hip in towards the right, and then re-extend the standing leg. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, see if you can hug the right knee all the way back up into the chest without letting your foot touch the ground. Bring your hands back to the front shin. Draw it in. And then slowly release the foot down. Hands to your hips. Okay, that was really nice work, you guys. A lot of stabilization when you work on your balancing poses. If you fell out of one of those postures, again, don't worry about it. Just try it over and over again. Balance can shift and change from the morning to the evening time, too. So if you try this in the morning, maybe try it at night and see if that changes for you. Thanks for doing your daily dose of yoga. We'll see you back here next week or on udaya.com.